activating. There it goes. Took a couple of attempts. There we go. Now it's running. That's what when I was saying like I do too much and stuff wasn't working. It's me. It's a me thing. We're finally up on the other stream. And for everybody that was in here early, we had Taro, Justin, Ashley, BMC, Working Bum, Ashley again, Danny, 411, Goku, Paul, Luca, Ryu, Degan. Already said hi. Camo, and I think now I've gotten everybody on the tubes. Now we have David, Bishop, Phantom, Salawi. I'm hoping I'm saying that correct. Walosi. Princess. Yeah, and then somebody coming in under the name The Dick Cheney. That's pretty cool. Hello, everybody. Oh, that's cool, Walosi. All right. Now time to get TikTok live going. You don't normally sound this loud. Okay. Sounds good, just watching. Hi, Chris. Ashley. Fix that. Da-dun-da-dun-da. Guys, so apparently, and I think you guys will find this funny, I found out, like, the last 2 days, people have, Ashley, wow. Wow, that's going back to last week, last week, right? Literally last week, a day ago. Actually, I have to confirm, but it's probably going to happen next week, Ashley. But so what I was saying was, apparently, my other background, my other prompt, has some people thinking that I'm a Trump supporter. So they were going to other lives and saying, telling them to debate me. So we're gonna run with this for a little bit. We're gonna run back to this for a little bit. My birthday was good. I hope it was I hope everybody's had like a good week and everything. I'm trying to change this. Why do you still support? It's so freaking long. It's too long. Guys, I'm just being very wrong. All of this. Sorry for everybody watching on the landscape. Hey, Kay. That was bothering me. I had to fix it. It still doesn't. I don't like it. I'm trying to. Having that moment. I don't really like it. I'm just trying to get through the thought process of it. I don't. Yeah. I'm trying. Like, it's so. Well, Captain, I hope you have a great day or good evening. So purple, it's not necessarily about being here to change the minds of the individuals that I'm on the phone with. I don't expect to change the majority of their minds or sway their thought process. It is completely different, though, for everybody else that is listening in, right? Could try that. That's not a horrible idea, if we're being honest, right? It's more yeah, it's more for everybody that's just tuning in and listening. But I don't necessarily expect to change the mind of the individuals that actually want to call in, and that are still avid in their support, because the majority of them can't get past or get to the point where they can criticize him. Hey, Slay. Hi, Moose. So that's just kind of how that goes, you know? Good, you should always, Robin. I literally always suggest that. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, we hope to have good lives, have decent conversations, see how everything goes. And wow, TikTok tippy tapped all the way up, and I didn't even realize it. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, no name. I see you. I see you. I see you, TikTok. Hi, Rita. My Trump impression is absolutely deplorable. If anyone's in here, for my Trump impression, why? It's so bad. I can get the cadence mostly on point, but that's about it. Hey, all this winning, you got it. But see, now I can sit more like this, and that'll be good. My Trump impression is just like, we'll release the snap when the Democrats end their stranglehold on the government. That's kind of just my impression. Except he probably doesn't know a couple of those words. Hey, Timothy. There we go. Bigliest, verily. I'm the greatest president in the world. Everybody loves my signature. I love my signature. Sprinkle a little gold on it. Goodness me. We'll see how the New York election goes. I know. I've been told that I do the hands too fast, even from like Trump supporters. So I know. So, Bofa, I don't try to change my voice because I'm not trying to tear up my vocal cords. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? No idea what that was. Turn off your background music before you call. How about that? RJ, it's Tuesday, not Wednesday. What are you doing? RJ, you owe me a tax now. Oh, I was about to say, RJ, you owe me a tax any day that you go live on my scheduled days. And that'll be a money gun. You can prepay for tomorrow. Do you want to prepay for tomorrow? Talking to MAGA is so exhausting but needed. Making them say things out loud helps show the normal people what MAGA is. It does. It really, really, really does. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there? Okay. Turn off the music. Get away from the music in the background. I don't know what you got to do, but that is annoying. I don't see... RJ still hasn't even sent his heart me. He doesn't even do the basics of things. Ooh, wait, that's cute. Okay, forgiven. RJ sent a flying panda bear. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hey, I have a few questions for you.
Okay, how old are you?
18.
Okay, and are you supporting Donald Trump? Oh, okay. I was actually just gonna, get to the next question. Thanks, RJ. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Nigger.
Oh. I forgot that. See, it's so hard. I've been doing that for 2 months now, and it's so hard to not say that. So I gotta change it. Gotta get used to not saying that for a couple of days. What was I gonna say? No, you're good, RJ. That works. Also, guys, if you click on TikTok, if you click on my profile on the top corner up here, and then you go down to where it says gift gallery, if you guys can help me out by lighting that up, that would be awesome. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, I'm here.
Giddy up. Awesome. How old are you? Giddy up.
21.
21. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I stopped, but I had a quick question if that's okay.
What's up?
So I changed my ways, so to speak, right? I've been watching you and I've been watching Polly actually, and I've been doing a lot of independent research because of that. And it's helped me see things better. And I'm just wondering, like, I have a friend who's like super conservative, loves Trump. How do I like help him do that little journey? Do you have any advice?
I would say, okay, so that's more talking to somebody on a human level, finding out something that you know that they're not for. So like if there's someone that believes that kids should not go hungry in the United States of America, then try to get them to justify or maybe realize why is it okay that Donald Trump even today is actively denying a court order that is demanding that they pay out the contingency funds to fund SNAP benefits this month, at least half of them.
Okay, so like things like that, or like the fascism.
If that for some people that doesn't really resonate because they don't see it, they don't ever think that that could happen to the United States of America. I don't even personally use that unless they bring up something that triggers that for me. So I just go like talk to them on a level where they know that's something that they care, that's something they care about in their real life, and then kind of pressure them on that, show them how Trump is juxtaposed to that.
Okay, all right, I think I got it.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. How many people watched my short today over on the tubes? Ooh, moose. You guys have no idea how satisfying of a sound that is in my ears. It's so cute. So cute. Thank you, Moose, for the whale. But yeah, guys, Eric did. Cool. It's okay, Ryan. Just again, like, I have a video that's already scheduled to go out on TikTok tomorrow. So I don't want to potentially, like, TikTok hates me when I post videos. It really does. Awesome, Lindy. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, hey, I'm very sorry for the audio in the back earlier. I was just getting in the Christmas spirit.
Oh, okay. No problem. How old are you?
Just turned 38.
Okay. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I would say so. Yep.
Yeah. What year did you graduate high school?
I'm in the kitchen.
Thank you, Shauna, for the bat headwear. It's so adorable. Bye, Cabin. Thanks, Jonas. At that point, they're just trying to, like, play music for a reason. Thank you. Guys, over on TikTok, don't forget that hit the follow button and then send that heart me on up as well and collect your points. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
Awesome. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. What's your date of birth?
I was born 2006.
Nah, that's not what I asked for.
Oh, sorry, my full birthday is, I was born April 21st, 2006.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. And so why are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Well, because, well, other than the fact he's the man I vote for, and I will admit I'm sort of kind of stubborn. I do consider him to be probably one of the best presidents of mine and pretty much most people's lifetime. Not only that, he's a great man who has gotten us out of several wars. I think he will end the war in Ukraine and the Middle East.
Okay. So you're parroting his claim of ending 8 wars in 8 months?
Well, I don't know about that, but I do think that he will be the one to end those wars. I mean, I'm not parroting it. I genuinely think that he's going to be the one to do it.
Okay. What wars did he end?
Okay, well, anyways. Yeah, wars he ended. All right, well, most recently there was the 12-day war, I mean, that was going on between Iran and Israel that he helped divert.
No, he actually he took credit for helping start the war.
Yeah, but again, the war was started, correct, and he ended it.
How did he end it specifically?
Okay, simply put, by his presence. He was
By
willing
his
to
presence?
yeah,
Can I ask you a question?
anything.
Yeah, does the Republican, sorry, do you believe in participation trophies?
I mean, I guess, sure, why not?
Do you know what a participation trophy is?
You get a trophy like just for participating, for showing up, yeah?
Gotcha. Do you think that the Republican Party believes in participation trophies?
I mean, I don't think participation trophies exist in government, do they?
You're giving one right now to Donald Trump. You said that he helped facilitate the war by just like the ending of the war by just existing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't exist in government, then Donald Trump doesn't get a participation trophy for, quote, just existing.
Okay, so it's not him just existing, it's what we know about Donald Trump. Here's the thing. The reason I support him, and the main reason I voted for him, just for context, was because he was like light years better than Kamala Harris or anyone else for that matter. And I guarantee you that if Kamala Harris was in office right
You know
now,
what
our
actually took
country
a
would be.
concerted effort on your part to say her name correct and then say it wrong? Thanks, Megs.
Dude, it's.
No, I'm just saying,
I'm
like
sorry,
that
what?
that takes a concerted effort on someone's part to say the name correctly and then go back next and say it wrong.
Okay, so genuine question here. I'm sorry. What's the correct? If you tell me the correct pronunciation, I will say it correctly. What is it?
Kamala.
Kamala. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe that Kamala, if she were currently the United States president, I think our country would be way worse off than it already is.
Okay, I'm glad that that's your personal opinion. We literally have no evidence of that, and there's nothing that can prove it right or prove it wrong. So that's a personal opinion, right?
Well, it's not.
That's why
object-
it's not even objective. Unless you can define objective and subjective, then you're wrong.
Well, so the thing is, you're correct, there's no way of knowing for sure, but we can go
Correct.
off
So
of
therefore,
what.
it's not objective. It is your subjective opinion. It is your opinion, and therefore only your opinion. I'm glad we can agree with that.
Well, we can also go off of the thing with the campaign trail promises they made while they were trying to become president. For example, if
Sir,
well,
I don't know.
no.
Like, is this your first time on my live?
Yeah, it's my first time. I was just
Cool.
scrolling
So
and this
I don't
popped up.
even
Yeah.
I don't even care about like rehashing your opinions or anyone's opinions for that matter on why somebody voted for Trump anymore. I don't know if you realize this, but like literally, 1 year ago was the election. We are so far out from the election that people continuing to be like, well, I voted for Trump because of X, Y, and Z. It's just so far irrelevant. It doesn't, I don't care anymore. Right. That's why when you called in, the question that I asked you is not why are you supporting Trump? It's why do you still support Trump, right?
Why do I still? Okay, thanks for
Correct. So
clarification.
that's not going all the way back to, well, the reason why I voted for him is XYZ, and I just personally believe that so and so would have been horrible for this country. And oh my fucking God, like, oh, God, so horrible. Absolutely
well,
horrible. I don't care
yeah.
about that, right? So
That's
what
your
I care
opinion.
about is the fact that you said you supported him and his ability to end wars by just existing, right? And what we see from that is, again, Donald Trump took credit when Netanyahu bombed Iran and killed, right, their nuclear scientists, civilians, their civilian employees, all of those people that got killed from Yisrael bombing them, right? Like, so we know that happened. Donald Trump was like, I helped Netanyahu come up with that plan. He couldn't be left out of the picture at any point in time, which is actually kind of sad and slightly ridiculous. And then he's like, he gave the plan away that he was going to be bombing the nuclear sites because he can't stay off True Social for longer than 5 minutes, it seems like, right? And
Okay, so
we know from satellite images the day, like hours before we dropped the B-2 bombers went out there and dropped bombs on the 3 facilities, that Iran was able and did clear out their enriched uranium or their equipment from those facilities. Obviously, we don't know exactly what was in the vehicles, but we saw them carting stuff away. And we also know that right now they're back in those facilities and rebuilding them. So I don't believe in giving credit to somebody for ending a war that they started, they escalated it, and then they were like, no ceasefire, peace deal now. Iran must surrender. Like that's what he had to do. Like that's what he did. That's what he ranted and raved about. So again, like I don't give someone credit for starting a conflict, escalating a conflict, and then demanding concessions.
okay, he clearly didn't start the conflict. It was
No,
clearly
he took
Israel.
credit for it. Sorry. He took credit for it. He said, I helped Netanyahu come up with that plan. Like, that's what Donald Trump said because he couldn't not be involved. He had to say that he helped Donald Trump or Netanyahu come up with that plan.
Okay, real quick,
And
I'm
if you
sorry.
want to talk
What-
about campaign promises and you want to go back to Donald Trump and his campaign promises, fine. He broke his campaign promise, no new wars. He started one. He assisted in it. He escalated it. Boom.
Okay, real quick, I'm happy to stay on this topic, but I just want to know, I'm sorry, what's your name?
It's literally Ari.
Ari, okay, thank you. My name, I'm Everest. It's very nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I'm new here. I haven't been here before. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So here's the thing. If you believe everything every politician ever says, you're going to lose your mind. Do I think that Donald Trump was actually, like,
Oh, no, you
helping
just said
the-
that he was upholding all of his campaign promises, and then I just told you that he actually broke one very clear one in saying that there would be no new wars. Not only was there a new war between Israel and Iran, but Israel and Iran that we directly participated in, he takes credit for it ever starting.
Okay, so Donald Trump also said he would stop the freaking Ukrainian war on day one. People can, not everything someone says is going to come true. Not all promises can be kept. That's just the unfortunate truth of reality.
But
okay?
you said he kept them all, so why are you now pretzeling? And my cat stole my pretzel.
I didn't say he kept them all. I was just pointing out.
Yeah, you did.
I talked about. No, you can rewind the tape. I didn't. All I was saying was
maybe you didn't say all, but you said he's upholding his campaign promises. And let me be very clear. I don't even hold his feet to the fire that much on the whole Ukraine-Russia thing because he walked it back prior to him ever even being inaugurated into office. But specifically, one of his biggest campaign promises that he made, that he talked about so much while on the campaign trail, was that there would be no new wars as long as he was president. If you elect Kamala Harris as president, we'll be in World War III. Per him, right? And then he's the one that starts a whole ass war. If you elect me, you won't see another war. We will avert World War III.
Yeah, but he didn't start that war. It was freaking Israel.
He
that
took
started
credit.
it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
He said, I helped Netanyahu come up with the plans to bomb Iran. He took credit for assisting in starting the war because he couldn't be left out.
Because he's trying to save face. Okay, so you mentioned
You don't need to save face if it's not your war, dude. Why did he need to save face for the action of his friend? Why did that require saving face? All he could have said was, Netanyahu called me and he said he was going to do it. And I said, maybe that's not a great idea. But, if you drop a very bigly bomb on Iran, guess what? I will have your back. That's all he had to say, is that we had a conversation. I told him maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe that's not a good idea. And then he did it anyways. And I said, you know what? It's cool because I'm still going to have your back because we're friends. Israel is our ally, et cetera, blah, 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 blah. Right? But again, that's not what he did. He's like, I helped Netanyahu plan
and I can explain. So here's the thing.
Are you
mentioned a little
inside
bit-
Donald Trump's mind?
No, I'm a
Then
human
how
with
are you
logic.
going to explain it?
Well, if you give me a second, I can explain it if you don't interrupt me. So
No, I'm
let me go.
okay. I just don't understand the mental gymnastics that you have
don't
to
want me
do.
to
Are
explain.
you how does it no, dude, you can't literally explain things. You can't explain it for him.
I can't
This is what he
explain
said.
things.
Yeah, you're just like you're one of those 1 out of the 5 people, like sorry, you're like the 1 out of every 100 Trump supporters that's able to read his mind and therefore understand his logic full front and center. And you also just at the same time can't understand why he said something. You can't even admit that you were wrong about something that he said and or did. So you have to pretzel yourself into a little corner and just like that's the part that I never understand is how is it that individuals such as yourself continue to pretzel themselves in order to explain something. It makes 0 sense. He made a campaign promise that you said he's upheld his promises, his campaign promises, right? And he made a campaign promise that there would be no new wars under Donald Trump. I am the president of peace, right? But he literally assisted in starting an entire new war. And then not only did he assist, like he took credit for it, mind you. Like I'm not saying he actually, did it, right? But he's the one that said, I helped my friend Netanyahu plan that bomb on Iran. We're gonna do MEGA, make Iran great again. Because he started a whole new thing with MEGA, right? And so that's everything he did. He
great.
took credit.
Awesome.
He took credit.
Awesome.
And then not only did he
Great.
take credit,
Awesome.
he escalated it.
Fantastic. Okay, look.
Very
you keep on
bigly.
saying, like, how do I make this make sense? I'm trying
I didn't
to
ask
make
you to
it
make it make sense. I didn't ask you to make
No,
it make sense.
You said
You are the
don't
one.
care.
You are the
Yeah.
one who is taking it upon yourself for some odd reason to try to reason away the action that Donald Trump has done in order for you to not find a reason to either criticize Donald Trump, admit that he was wrong in some way, shape, or form, or admit that you, at any point in time, guess what? Can say that he did something wrong and maybe can question your support in Donald Trump.
He's done stuff wrong all the time. No human being on the planet is 100% supported by
Never
another
said that
person.
either.
That's
Never
important.
made that
Yeah,
claim either.
You're acting
Never made
like
that claim either.
you're talking like I don't like ever like question him or like
Sir,
"Ooh,
if
I
you
just-
can't
like,
even
I'm-
Everett, honestly, if you can't even admit like or stop trying to pretzel yourself in order to explain, like you're the one who said I can explain it. I can explain what Donald Trump meant
Not
when he was doing
only
X,
you're
Y, and Z.
interrupting
That
me.
is so odd that you think you are able to explain away his actions, okay? That's the part that I don't understand is that you somehow have it in your head that you can explain away his actions as if you are inside of his mind in some way, shape, or form, or you have the capacity or the ability to speak for him, which I'm sorry, none of us have that ability or capacity to speak for him.
Okay,
And it
but you're
doesn't
doing the
make
same
sense.
thing to me right now, though. You're being all like, I'm in your head. I know you're.
No,
you
I'm
can
not.
read his
You're just
mind.
literally,
Yeah, that's
sir,
literally what you're
sir, Everett.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay?
Did I ask you to explain it away or did I ask you just to be like, can you just admit that it's wrong in some way? Can you just admit that Donald Trump fucked up with what he did with Yisrael and Iran?
Okay, I'm not gonna say he did a perfect job, but it could have gone a lot worse. Sure, did he mess up some things? Yes, but he handled the situation fairly well, all things considered.
Oh, right. By taking credit for planning it and then also escalating the situation.
Yeah, but he was
That's
also the
great,
one
all
who
things considered.
ended
Yeah.
it too. Yeah, he ended it
No,
too.
he didn't.
It only,
Where
What
was
okay.
I'm sorry, where was Donald Trump when Yisrael and Iran came together and made concessions for their own peace agreement? Where was Donald Trump?
I assume he was in the White House.
Yeah. And where was this agreement signed?
I assume in the Middle East.
In the Middle East, correct. So, did Donald Trump help draft the document?
I don't think so, no.
No, Everett. Donald Trump did not help draft the documents. So, no, sir, he doesn't get to take credit for something, for just existing, for dropping bombs on another sovereign country, right? That again, he gave away the game on True Social. They had time to clear out their equipment, they had time to clear out whatever they wanted from those nuclear facilities that were bombed prior to the bombs even being dropped, because I'm sorry, Trump just can't stay off True Social for more than 5 minutes. He literally
Okay,
just
wait,
is like incapable of
quick
doing it except for when he's
question.
sleeping. Like
Are
he
you pro-Israel or pro-Iran?
I'm
or do
pro
you just not
neither.
Neither. Okay, perfect.
I
So
am
here's the
pro
thing.
respecting other countries' sovereignty. That's also why I'm capable of pronouncing each country's name correctly, like Yisrael and Iran.
Well, that's great. You're so culturally diverse and inclusive. That's awesome to hear. So the reason he
Good job
did that
on your
on Truth
sarcasm.
Social
It needs a
was
little bit of a
on
tweak,
it was,
Everett, but
it was
I
on
think you're almost
purpose.
there.
Okay, look, I'm trying to have an actual good convo with you, but these like absurd, constant like attacks make no sense to me.
How
You
have
want
I
to have a
attacked you?
conversation? Girl, whoa, dude, that was such good use of sarcasm, Everett. Like,
No, I
dude,
said that it needs tweaked a little bit, actually.
you have the you can like read his mind. Like, dude, it's just nuts, man.
No,
Give
that's
me
just
a
how you were
minute.
acting. You were saying, let me explain
No,
it
I'm
for
not.
you. You wanted to
Yeah.
explain away his actions, which implies that you believe that you have an ability to read minds, which is why I asked you that question very specifically. Because again, nobody can explain Donald Trump's actions except for Donald Trump himself. So the fact that you would even make a comment saying, well, I can explain his actions is just absolutely just kind of a little bit weird. Also, I don't know who would want to be inside of his mind. I certainly wouldn't want to be inside that mind. It just doesn't make sense to me. But you are the one that took it upon yourself to try to explain with your own words. I can explain his actions. I can explain what he meant, as
Yeah.
if you all
Yeah.
are capable of speaking for him, which is very weird.
I'm not speaking for him. I'm just a human that can recognize other people and the qualities that they have and the sincerity of their heart. I don't know about you, but I don't like automatically assume the worst in people.
Okay, how am I assuming the worst in people for making a blanket statement or just a patent statement saying that I don't believe we should give credit to an individual that says out of their own mouth that they assisted in planning the start of a 12-day war, right? And then escalated the same said war and had zero participation in the signing of the peace agreement or the drafting of the peace agreement that was signed by 2 other countries, or just even giving credit for somebody that literally bombed a sovereign nation
Okay,
and
so
also gave away the get. Like,
can we bring it back to what you just said there? Give away the get. The reason he did that was because he was trying to help Iran keep faith. So look, I'm of the opinion that countries should be allowed to have nuclear power because it's a deterrence for war, basically. No one wants to end the planet by nuking someone else. So by having a nuclear weapon that can be a deterrent for another hostile country. The reason he did that was because he is well aware of that. He's not anti-Iran. He's not trying to destroy Iran. Israel pulled us into a war like they've done for I don't know how many, literally since their conception, and in an attempt to try and save some sort of peace and assist the Iranians, he allowed them to move their nuclear equipment outside of the locations
he
that were
allowed
bombed.
them to? He doesn't even admit that
He
that even
told
happened.
them.
No,
What do
he
you mean
didn't.
he told them?
No, he
He
didn't.
literally said it on
No,
Truth
he
Social.
didn't.
So
Yeah,
so
no,
do you think
he
that
gave
no
away the
one?
get and he was like,
Yeah.
they didn't even know we were coming. He literally, after when they were announcing that it was a successful attack, I don't know if you watched his speech where, he had like, it was like him and the 4 horsemen, right? Pete Hegseth, JD Vance, Marco Rubio, all standing behind him, all eerily, and everything like that. Like, I'm sorry, he literally was like, they didn't even see us coming. our brave soldiers, they flew out there, they flew for 32 hours, and Iran didn't even see us coming. They didn't detect us. They didn't even know we were there. They couldn't stop us. So again, sir, like if they knew they were coming, right? If they knew 1000% sure, if Donald Trump literally called them up and was like, "Hey, Ayatollah, hey guys, guess what? I'm gonna need you to like bring your people out of that facility because like I don't want to kill anybody or anything or whatnot, but we are gonna attack it, right? Why would then he then go out on international television and make a case saying that they didn't even know, they didn't see that. We flew for 32 hours. Our brave soldiers flew for 32 hours. They were undetectable, and we destroyed everything. So which one is it?
Again-
Did he warn them, or did he just give away the idea that that was going to happen, and Iran just had no idea what was actually coming their way, like what specific kind of bombs were coming their way, and they just said, let me just move my facility, my stuff, because we know something's going to happen. We just don't know what, because Yisrael's been threatening us this entire time for the last 10 days. Which one is it?
Again, most of international conflicts are literally just countries trying to save face, basically, make it look like they're in control. Again, Israel started a conflict between Iran in an attempt to pull the U.S. in it. Donald Trump was literally
Attempted, succeeded.
Well, they succeeded in temporarily bringing us in, but they didn't start an all-out war like what they were attempting to do. It only lasted 12 days, and it wasn't even like 12 days of constant warfare and death and violence. It was a few strikes here and there, and then after 12 days, a peace agreement was signed.
Yeah, by the two countries by themselves. Awesome. Let's be very clear. Like the only people that literally warned another country that they were doing attacks is actually Iran into Israel, Iran into Qatar. Like they're the only ones that actually gave a forewarning that, hey, just so you know, we're sending bombs in your direction, right? They're the only ones. Donald Trump did not. He just gave it away by his True Social post. Iran wasn't entirely sure what was coming their way, and they're just like, we know that Yisrael is like really not our friend right now, and we're just gonna get our stuff out. Cool. That's all they knew.
Yeah, so?
Yeah, Everett, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice, okay?
Please, love it, hit me.
Stop trying to stop trying to justify Donald Trump's actions and just actually see them for what they are. Anyways, Balbo, thank you for the $4.99. Dick Cheney die, R.I.P. Guess haven't gained another. Oh wait, never mind. All right. Thank you, Phantom, for the 100 bits. Trump can't even win the war with. Shit, I wasn't expecting that. Requiem. I appreciate saying Yisrael, Iran correctly, but English speakers fanatic. Yeah, I can't say that word, honestly. Yeah, I'm not going to try right now. Can't make certain foreign sounds correctly without years of practice. Oh, I'm not even saying that I'm saying it 100% correctly. I know that I can't enunciate all of the parts in the correct order. I've tried. I'm not very good at it. You're right. Phonetically. Thank you. Thank you. Phonetically. Okay. Cool. Phonetically. Got it. Yes. But you're welcome, Requiem. I do try. Balbo, thank you for the latte. And Rhea, thank you for the 10. Thanks for the love. This is the yellow cake BS all over again. Yeah, sounds like it. All right, let's go ahead and open this up to another caller. Hopefully someone that doesn't live at home. Thank you for calling the MAGA support. Sorry, thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep. Yeah,
awesome. I can. How old are you?
I am 37.
37. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
We do support Donald Trump here in this house.
I mean, I just personally asked you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Me personally. So,
okay. So why do you still support Donald Trump?
I've lived out of a car since I was 13 years old. I'm
That
30.
honestly, that must have been extremely difficult.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I am so yeah, so I've lived out of a car since I was 13 years old. Yeah, I do, and I've never not had a job.
Sir, the first thing I'm going to suggest you to do is to either turn off the stream in the background or turn it down because you're thinking I'm asking you another question, but I hadn't yet.
Oh, my apologies.
No,
I can
no
hear
worries. It's just going to make this go a lot easier for you and I.
What you got for me?
Why are you still supporting Donald Trump? Like actively today, November 4th,
So-
2025. Why are you still supporting him?
So my name's Roman. I have lived out of a car for most of my life. I've never not had a job. I've never been able to afford simple things like dental care or health or so much as my own place to live. In doing all this, I've taught myself to be a software engineer, and I am very good at what I do. Probably one of the best. What I did with my money is I helped all the people I could. And what the Democrats out of Duluth, Minnesota, you can look me up, Roman Jordan, Duluth, Minnesota, the way they spent all of your money to help all these people was to give them free drug needles and use the entire budget for social services. If you look at Minnesota, and that's what Democrats have to offer: slavery and drug addictions for all.
No, dude, no.
Look me up,
That's not.
Roman Jordan.
I'm
Look
aware
me
of what I'm aware of what
You are-
I'm
you are
aware of
good.
what the safe needle exchange is about because Minnesota is not the only state that tries to implement it. Okay, like I'm aware of what those are. It's an exchange. It's because they realize, and I'm not saying that it's right. It is part of an enablist ideology, right? And I don't necessarily agree with that. And I will in a second, Carolyn. But I'm sorry, like.
You know what
It's-
I did with all of my money?
Sir, they
I'm
didn't
a
give
top-
them money to go purchase. They didn't
I-
give them money to go and purchase their illegal substances in order to do all of the illegal substances. It's called a clean needle exchange where if they have a dirty needle, they exchange it out for a clean one to reduce their risk of infection because they know that they're going to do this anyways. But most of the time, I don't know if you even realize this, but they offer them rehab services when they come in to those needle exchanges. Like it's not just here's the dirty needle, here's a clean one, go have a hunky-dory day. Like that's not, it's harm reduction. And if you're not even for harm reduction in any way, shape, or form, like I'm sorry, I can't help. Then you should be in support of this. If you actually believe in harm reduction, you should understand that a safe needle exchange is literally a harm reduction. And I'm sorry, that doesn't even make any sense for why you still actively support Donald Trump. Because is he doing something to end those programs or give a better alternative to those programs?
And we're reestablishing our priorities as Americans.
No. We're going to talk specifically. Hey, buddy. We're going to talk specifically about this one issue that you brought up. So give me the congressional bill number or name that Donald Trump supports that is going to assist homeless individuals or those that are addicted to substances. Which ones are they? Give me the congressional bill number or the executive order number that Donald Trump has said that we're looking into ways of harm reduction to reduce people that are experiencing houselessness or are experiencing substance abuse. Which one is it? What has he done? Because otherwise your reasoning falls flat for why you still support him.
The government's not.
Where is it?
problem for it.
Oh, they
You
don't
want-
have anything. Okay, great. So here's
Hold
what
on.
I'm going to do for you right now. I'm going to explain something to you. I am going to explain something to you real quick. Here's how this works, okay?
I'm ready.
So when it comes to me asking you why you still support Donald Trump, you just saying, well, I don't like the Democrats because X, Y, and Z, because that's what you did, sir, right? Because you can't name a single policy, a single piece of legislation, a single executive order that Donald Trump endorses that would actually assist in reducing this issue that you see and you feel some type of way about, okay? So you saying that I still support Donald Trump just because I don't like the Democrats is absolutely idiotic. And here's why I'm going to help you out with that. You are not required in any way, shape, or form to support the person that sits in the office of the president. If you don't like the Democrats, then just don't fucking like the Democrats. I don't like most of the Democratic Party either. That's just the point. That's just a fact, okay? You don't have to support them, just as you don't have to support Donald Trump. What allegiance do you have to Donald Trump that has you still supporting him? Because the very first issue that you bring up to me, Donald Trump has done absolutely zero things to assist or to solve. So therefore, that is not a valid reason for why you would even say you still support Donald Trump. You just don't like the Democrats. Awesome. You haven't given me any valid reason for why you still support Donald Trump because he hasn't done anything to effectuate anything on an issue that you believe to be something important, because it's the very first thing that you brought up to me.
Our literal right to breathe has been zoned, planned, and
Thank you,
permitted away
Autry.
from us.
No, it
So-
hasn't. I'm done. Let me be very clear, guys, and I'm going to remind everybody on this, okay? If you are going to bring up a topic to me, even if I don't know exactly a lot about it, this one I know a bit. Not specifically on the issue that he's claiming, but I know what the needle exchange programs are, and I know what they're designed to promote. It's literally harm reduction. Caller said that he was for harm reduction, but this program, bad. So he's not actually in support of harm reduction. But just to say that I still support Donald Trump because Democrats bad is an illogical statement, meaning that you just only support the person that is in the office of the presidency as long as they represent the Republican Party. Meaning you don't have any ground to stand on. You don't stand for anything except for the color red. Fine, whatever. If that's how that is for you, just be honest and just say it. I don't need your life story to try to justify your reasoning here, or for you to make up lies for what you don't like about what something has done in your state, even though you said that you support the ideas of harm reduction. And let's be very clear, Donald Trump went out on national television and bragged about literally saying, we took away their First Amendments. So you're right. According to Donald Trump, he most assuredly, I guess, did take away your right to breathe. What a weirdo. Thank you, Jim, for all of the jewels, and thank you, Deshaun. It's all made up, and facts don't matter. Average. Yes, unfortunately, that is true, Concern. Thank you so much for that. We'll go ahead and open this lines back up to hopefully somebody that has something that proves, like, I guess I'm going to need to rephrase my question a little bit. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 42.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
What has Donald Trump done in his 9 months in office that has earned your continued support for you?
One of the biggest things would be securing our southern border. While I don't agree with everything that's going on with it, I believe that's one positive thing that he's done.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, encounters are down.
Yeah, by like over 90%. So, I mean, it's definitely a dramatic shift.
Okay, cool. Encounters are down.
Yep, that's why I still support him. I mean, there's many things I don't support, but that's
Yeah, how does that
definitely one
help
of them I do.
you?
How does that help me? Well, I can tell you how
Yes.
it can help a lot of people.
No, I asked you, I literally asked you
how
for
does it-
what
oh,
has
how
he
does it
done
help
to
me?
help you? Yeah, that, like, People literally forget that I was very specific in my phrasing. How does that
Oh,
help
I
you?
apologize. So, as a business owner, Howie has helped me. He has opened up my business to where I'm be paying less taxes. So, if you're asking me how
I'm
he's helping
sorry,
me
corporate tax
specifically,
rates weren't reduced this year, so that's not true. The One Big Beautiful Bill did not include a corporate tax reduction.
I never mentioned once about the big beautiful bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. I asked you in his 9 months of presidency this term. So if you're
Oh,
referring
you're
to the,
just one. Oh,
I'm
you just
like,
wanted to
sorry,
ask
sir. I'm
me.
actually very specific in the way that I phrase my questions. I very specifically asked you, what has Donald Trump done in his 9 months of presidency that has earned your continued support for what he's done for you? Like I said, all of those things. You bringing up the TCJA, which is something that he did in, December of 2017. I don't care about. I asked what has earned your continued support in this administration that for what he's done for you, and you're not providing that. So do you want to try again?
Oh, absolutely. I'll just repeat it again. The closed border and what they're doing about removing
And what
illegal
has that
immigrants.
done for you? How does closing the border, which by the way is a logical fallacy at this point, it's literally impossible for us to close our northern or our southern border. I'm sure you don't even know how many miles of southern border that we have, and I guarantee you don't know how many miles we have across the northern border.
You're right. I don't have the exact mileage in front of me, correct?
I'm sure you don't even have an estimate that would be close. Anyway, again, how does securing the southern border help you?
How does it help me as a taxpayer? It's going to lower the amount of tax benefits being sent to people who should not be here.
Are you aware of the PRWORA?
Enlighten me.
You've never heard of it before.
That's what enlighten me means, I believe.
No, so people like to say that sarcastically, so no, that's not what that means. Sure. So it's called the Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996. Within this law that was passed in 1996, it literally outlines that illegal aliens, aka undocumented immigrants, illegal migrants, whatever title you guys want to put on them, fine, whatever, are 1000% incapable of receiving any federal benefits, and states that offer them any federal benefits are unable to receive federal reimbursement for state funds sent. I hope that helps. So your statement is an illogical fallacy because it already doesn't exist. There's a law in place against it. Oh, and I'll just remind you what that acronym is again. It's PRWORA, aka Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996.
And I will actually go take a look at it, and I appreciate the info.
Yeah. Already happened, already in existence. They already don't receive any federal monies.
Well, I mean, I can tell you it's going to be anecdotal for my
I don't
state
want
at
to hear
least.
your
but
anecdotal stories. I don't give a shit about your anecdotal stories. Anecdotal stories
and
are
you
not
wonder
provable.
why the people hate you guys. I'm trying to say
Who
there's
is
an
you
anecdotal
guys?
and
I'm
all you
sorry.
all
Is there
you're
anyone
real-
else in the room with me? Oh, you hung up. Like, who is you guys? The only other individual in the room with me is a dog and a cat. Are you like... Unfortunately, she doesn't participate in politics and neither does he. So I don't know what you guys is. Your questioning would be thrown out in court, called leading questions. Maybe don't ask leading questions and you'll be taken seriously. Okay, off-brand. You do you, Pookie Pie. Thanks for the $4.99. It's actually not a leading question. I'm certain you don't know what that is. But we'll try to take this up. Hey, Feisty. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
none of your business, actually.
Okay, bye. Thank you for calling this stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
32.
32. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
You know, I'd say I'm pretty purple, but one thing I do like is I think there's going to be civil war, national reset.
Oh, okay. Bye. I'm not going to talk to somebody that thinks it's okay we participate in a civil war. That's odd. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
No, I'm not. Absolutely not.
Okay. Are you there? No, I'm not. Absolutely not. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 28.
28. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And can you tell me what Donald Trump has done in his first 9 months of presidency that has earned your continued support in Donald Trump?
Well, I would have to say, whenever he died on the cross for our sins, that's the first.
Sorry, he's still alive, so physically impossible. The dog is having fun back there. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 35.
35. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
Okay. And what has Donald Trump done in his 9 months of presidency to earn your continued support?
He has taken away a lot of the DEI out of the government positions, redistributed the military to a stable position to where we don't have to worry about taking care of fallen brothers and sisters that think that they're not brothers and sisters, and secured the border.
Okay.
Those would be
What's
the top three.
Sure, whatever. What is the actual acronym for DEI? What's the full one? You're missing a letter.
DEI is
You're missing a letter.
diversity.
No, sorry, sir. You're missing a letter. You can repeat the acronym, but you're missing a letter. Do you know what the letter is that you're missing?
I'm not familiar with what letter you think that I'm missing. Could you enlighten
It's
me
not
with
that I think that you're missing, it's that I know that you're missing. Think would
okay.
imply
Well,
that in some way that I could be wrong, except it's literally included in Donald Trump's executive order, and that's how I know you haven't read his executive order. So it's DEIA. I know you know what the first three words are because you already started saying them. Do you have any idea what the last word could be?
no, I don't. Could you please?
Accessibility.
I did not know that.
Yeah, can you tell me, do you happen to know who benefited the most from DEIA policies being instituted not only at the federal government level, but also in the private institutions?
Well, that would be mostly of the Black and brown communities.
Incorrect.
Well, from my understanding, being in Philadelphia for as many years as I
Your
was.
understanding would be wrong based off of statistics and data.
Okay. Okay. I can take that with what you have an understanding of. I can take that. Thank you.
It's not based off of my understanding, it's statistics and data.
Okay.
It's white women. So what's your issue with white women?
Oh, I have no issue with white women. I think white women and women in general have come a long way in the last 50 years.
So why are you okay with endorsing the action of taking away policies that directly benefited white women?
I don't have a problem taking away anything that took away from white women.
In fact,
It's
you did. You
just-
just said that you supported Donald Trump in stripping away DEIA efforts at the federal level, which means and he also did very much strongly suggest that private institutions do the exact same thing, which means, again, you directly support in taking away things from white women in this country. So that's why I was asking you specifically, what's your issue with white women and why do you support taking away something from white women?
So if taking away the DEI incentives,
DEIA, at
which,
least
or
say it correctly.
DEIA, I apologize, I'm sorry for that. If taking away the DEIA program or incentives, which in the statistics you say were
The
mainly
primary
targeted.
beneficiary.
The primary beneficiaries were gained by white women, but were also gained hugely in part two, rightly below that, than black and brown in marginalized communities.
So do you have issues with marginalized communities like black men and black women?
No, but if you
Then
look
why
at
do you
how
continue to
it
circle
was
back to
handled,
them specifically?
because the original targeted demographic for those, the DEIA, was to help boost up the black and brown marginalized communities
Incorrect.
because
That was
they
affirmative
didn't
action.
have. Yes.
That was affirmative
And
action. A DEIA is not the same as affirmative action.
and hand in hand.
No, they're not even hand in hand. They were two separate policies. Affirmative action was ended in 2021 by the United States Supreme Court. So
Supreme
incorrect.
Court.
Yeah, they're not even the same, not even remotely.
Negative, my dear. If
Okay,
you
what is affirmative action?
affirmative action is black and brown marginalized communities getting the upper hand, SAT scores,
Incorrect.
job interviews,
Incorrect. That's not affirmative action.
getting the upper hand in,
Incorrect.
let's say, a job interview. If
Not
I had the
affirmative
same
action.
qualifications,
Incorrect.
then
Not affirmative
okay.
action.
Okay, well, let's hear your definition, or the definitions then.
Yeah, so affirmative action actually made
I don't mind being corrected.
affirmative action actually made a standard requirement for jobs, companies, universities, etc., to meet a specific percentage of hiring enrollee status of individuals of every gender and race and ethnicity and religious background. They set a specific standard of all the people that would either need to be hired on, they needed to meet a minimum amount to show that they were being diverse, but it's not the same. Right? It's not even close to being the same as DEIA is, because it seems like you don't understand what DEIA is.
So
it set a quota
to
give you a better, affirmative action set quotas for jobs and for universities.
So meeting that certain criteria and then having a diverse criteria with, let's say, gay, trans, and the LGBTQ plus, they don't go
Where is
hand
that
in
within?
hand.
I'm sorry, where was that within affirmative action?
No, that was with the DEIA.
No, you don't even have an understanding of what DEIA is. So DIA is a human resource training tool that they can utilize that basically promoted the idea, right? Because diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. Okay, which, by the way, another one of the biggest proponents that you've obviously clearly left out from like the other main beneficiary after white women is veterans of our United States Armed Forces, not black and brown people, as you chose to say. So DEIA was a training resource tool that human resources could opt into. Companies could say, hey, let's utilize this. That basically put out the idea that having people and listening to people from different backgrounds, different ideologies, making workplace accessible to those for people with disabilities, making it so that women could have access to certain like kinds of days off. Like DIA is what women have to thank for the idea of maternity leave. It's also the idea that men have to thank for paternity leave being offered by some companies. Honestly, not enough companies, because men also deserve time off to bond with their children. But that DEIA policies is what directly resulted in companies actually instituting things like parental leave in their company, especially if they offer paid parental leave and not just someone having to claim FMLA in order to get time to bond with their children, right? It didn't actually set any kind of requirement or a standard for hiring practices or hiring policies. The most thing it had to do with like hiring was encouraging employers to post their jobs in other places that they wouldn't normally consider posting them to. Right? So, like a local supermarket posting that they have a job opening in the local laundromat, right? Something as simple as that. Right? It also encouraged recruiters to go to schools that they wouldn't normally consider going to or hosting events at to find people that would just be graduating from college that are looking to enter into the workforce. Okay.
Well,
But in no
I
way,
think
shape,
that
or form did DEIA create a kind of quota that was required to be met for individuals with disabilities, individuals that are women, black or brown people, as you like to call them, or anything like that. Like, it had nothing to do with that. It did not set a quota in any way, shape, or form. That's affirmative action. That ended in 2021. A lot of individuals like to conflate it because it has been conflated by the media. So I don't necessarily blame you for that. I do blame the media for it. With DEIA, not realizing that they're two separate things, and 10 minutes of research would prove that to you if you get off of news media and actually research it further.
No, I appreciate you not blowing up at me for that, so thank you. But with that, I do thank you for the little bit of the education that you provided me. Is something that I do have to follow up on then, I guess. But
Good,
going back to that then, being disabled and having 2 children myself, not disabled by choice. I was robbed of my ability to work. But, you know, I don't feel that those things are necessary for work. And I think that taking those out for work and scrapping those make for
Yeah,
a
does it
better
make
work
sense also
person.
take that hand in hand with the EEOC?
What's that?
You think it makes sense to take away DEIA practices hand in hand with the EEOC?
The DEOC.
EEOC.
EEOC. Give me 2 seconds.
Equal Employment Opportunity.
Opportunity. Oh, Equal Opportunity Commission.
Yeah. Which now they're not even handling cases or taking cases to court right now, thanks to Donald Trump. The EEOC, which directly investigated workplace discrimination practices, like if somebody was denied
No, you
access
don't have
to a
to. You don't
chair
have to
for their
explain that.
disability.
I know what that. Yeah, no, you don't have to explain what the EEOC is. I know what that is. Being a former department manager, you don't have to explain that. But no, I think that it's perfectly acceptable. If you can't
That both
come
of those things
in-
get taken, like dismantled hand in hand.
Absolutely. Listen, it's a dog eat dog world.
So you believe
and I
that people
think
should
that-
be
and I think-
discriminated against in the workplace for things that are outside of their control, like your disability?
If I felt that I was a prospect for a job and my disability was the reason why I didn't get that job,
Again,
I'm
DEIA
not.
does not set hiring practices. It would be while you have the job. And EEOC mostly covers people when they have the job. It's very hard to prove they didn't hire me because I was a woman in courts with the EEOC, which is why most of those cases never make it to court through the EEOC, and it has to be done through a private attorney.
Okay. Well,
So
then here I have
DEIA
here.
is
I'll give
when you're
you.
already employed. So
Okay, then I'll give you the perfect example. I was employed when my accident happened, and I was rear-ended in a car accident, and that's what caused me to have my disabilities now. And I fought tooth and nail to get where I'm at right now. And I thought for sure I was going to get fired because of my disabilities that were causing more and more issues. I couldn't stand on my feet, had to get a cane, was losing mobility, and whatnot. They had to switch me around to different areas of the store, and it was causing a huge mess. I just decided it was going to be better off for me, for the store, for the company to quit, because that was a respect thing and being respectful to myself. So I didn't cause any future injuries to myself
cool. I'm glad you've bought
and
into
to the store.
capitalism and the idea that you owe your soul in some way, shape, or form to your employers.
Well, yeah, because I also didn't want to cause myself any other
Yeah,
injuries
I just
either.
want to be clear with people that don't seem to understand. DEIA and the EEOC work hand in hand in order to create practices for individuals that are absolutely 100% capable of actually performing the job, but may need some kind of accessibility exception on certain things. So, like, they might not be able to sit in a standard desk chair for other people. So we have to give them a nicer one that offers complete lumbar support, or offer a moving desk that goes up and down, which is what every company should have to anyways for anyone that sits at a desk, or offer a different kind of answering telephone that they can
Oh,
either
no,
wear
that's
on their
going
head or
too
anything.
far.
No, that's going too far.
That's going too far.
Then literally go fuck yourself. I'm sorry for your disability, but go fuck yourself. We want all of these people that are on disability, they're not doing enough and they're not working, but we don't want to offer them. That's fucking insane. I'm sorry for your disability. It sounds fucking hell. Oh my gosh. Hey, Shaylu. Thank you, Acu, for the bits. Yeah, Civil War, that's a dumb statement. Thank you, Chris, for the 2. I appreciate that. Shaylu, thank you so much for the 10. And thank you, Turquoise, for the jewels, and Renaissance, thank you also for the jewels. Guys, if you are new here and you haven't already done this, please be sure to hit that follow or subscribe button. After you hit those buttons, hit that bell icon so you know exactly when I go live. We have memberships. Bella, you can message me and I will send it that way. Sorry, you can send me a message. I was waiting for that. Anyways, if you haven't already, you can send gifts over on TikTok. We have super chats, we have memberships, we have super fans, and we have subscriptions all available. These are the best ways to support me. And it's what helps me keep my live going. Okay. And let's see, let's try to open these phone lines up to somebody that's, I don't know, a little more down to earth. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, it's here.
Awesome. How old are you?
18.
18. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when did you graduate high school? Took too long. Next, please. Guys, if you haven't seen the short that I posted yet about Snap, I encourage you to go and watch it. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. How old are you?
25.
25. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, for certain specific reasons.
Okay. And what has Donald Trump done in his 9 months in office that has earned your continued support?
So I've watched for the last hour, and I could see that anything that anybody mentions that's not as specific to their daily lives, you kind of poke holes through and womansplain, mansplain your opinion on that. I think
Womansplain,
obviously securing,
mansplain. Okay.
yeah, that's what you've been doing. You've been hitting everybody with a bunch of facts. Yeah,
Facts are
you've been
bad
dissecting
now?
it in the, huh? Nobody's saying
Facts are
facts are mad, but
bad?
obviously no president is going to do anything for anybody in their daily lives. We know this. No, you can't name a president. Okay, Joe Biden, he was going to cancel student loans. That'd be great for people
I
our age, correct?
sincerely, guys, I don't give a fuck about Joe Biden. Let the guy go about the rest of his life. Hopefully his cancer treatments go well, but he's gonna pass away eventually. The guy is ancient.
Yeah,
Let him
we're,
pass
we're all
away.
praying for him. Yes, we get
Yeah,
that.
okay.
So if you want to
So
hear my
let's
answer,
talk about
like I said,
Donald Trump. Okay. What has Donald Trump done in his 9 months of presidency that has earned your continued support?
lowering foot traffic at the border is number one.
And how
But
does that
first
help
and
you?
foremost, exactly, it does. If it helps America, it helps me. I'm an active service member. I have friends and family who have died in wars. If that, there's nothing, like I said, is going to directly help anybody. But if it helps our country, it helps me. I don't support Donald Trump the way that you may think. I support Donald Trump because he has shown everybody who actually controls our government, who actually
Yep.
calls the shots in Washington.
Shows them all,
And
yep.
yeah, he showed them all that he's nothing more than a puppet. And
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a great acceleration candidate at the point that we're in right now.
Accelerationists are boring. That tracks with why I was already feeling bored. And also, accelerationists, you're also kind of the worst kind of people because you don't give a shit if people are hurting. So, also explains why I was so bored already. Jeff, thank you. As an employer, I find the notion that someone with a disability shouldn't be made comfortable fucking discussing. Exactly. That's my whole point. No, I think he said he had friends in the military, not that he served in the military. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, hi. How are you?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 41 years old from upstate New York.
Okay, fantastic. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
You are? Okay. And what has Donald Trump done in his 9 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, there's a few things. Am I able to ask you a question?
Can you answer mine first and I'll consider it?
Sure. Like the
Fantastic.
previous caller said,
Are you an accelerationist too?
No. Are you going to allow me to talk when you answer, or are you just going
No,
to hang up
see,
on me?
I don't
like
know
you
if
do?
people realize this, and I don't know how many times a day I have to say this to people, but I like starting new phone calls as if I had just started my stream. You haven't heard me talk to anybody else before. This is the first time you've ever found my channel, and you've never heard me speak before. This is a brand new conversation between you and I, and we're not piggybacking off of other guests because that's fucking boring. If I wanted to speak to the
Well,
last guest, I would have kept him on the goddamn line, but he already bored the
that's
fuck out of my skull, and being accelerationist again is a pretty fucking boring thing to be, and also means that you enjoy harming people, so fuck it.
no,
Are you capable
I
of
want
doing
to
this
say
for
that
yourself?
I totally agree with you, and I am new to you. I watched your thing for about 90 seconds before I called in, and I've never seen you
Guys over on
before. So
TikTok, let's go ahead and
I'm
clear out
totally
that
up for
live
that. I
goal.
think that's fair to say what you just laid out.
Cool. So why is it that you are still supporting Donald Trump 9 months into his presidency?
Well, there's a few things. I did like the border control thing that he's done. I like that, he just did, he promised to do the Middle East thing. He did negotiate getting the hostages back. That's a huge deal for everyone. I like the way that, I don't like the way he threatened the tariffs the way he did, because I feel like it was too far of an extreme, but we are starting to see the benefits of it now. Where I live, food prices under the last administration were very high. Gas prices were very high. I'm a single dad of 3, right? Even in the last 9 months, I'm down $25 each tank I fill up on my work truck.
Yeah, that's
My
about the only
my
thing
eggs
that's
are my
actually
eggs are
correct.
down.
Yes,
My
I
my
like
eggs
how
are
you
down.
can
My food
name
costs are down. You know.
based off of the Bureau and Labor Statistics data that was released October 24th, 2025, across the country. Because, and listen, guys, I don't mind if you want to give your anecdotal stories about what prices you're facing at the grocery store or what you're facing at the pump. Cool, whatever. Your city, your town, your exact grocery store that you go into once a week, twice a week, however often it is not representative of the entire country. So we have to look at the entire country as a whole. And so, based off of the Bureau of Labor Statistics data, food prices are up, energy costs are also up. Everything is
Okay.
actively up. That's why we currently
The-
have a 3% inflation rate for the month of September 2025, which was that meant that was a 3% increase year over year, and also a 0.3% increase month over month from August going into September as a whole.
Okay.
We can't just
Okay.
look
So
at your one state, because I could go and pull up my grocery receipt and be like, but I paid this for milk today, but last year this time I paid $1 less. Like, tit for
okay.
tat,
Have
it
your
doesn't go
groceries gone up
anywhere.
or down?
Yes, sir. I definitely pay an exceptional amount more right now for groceries than I did even just in February.
Do you live in a big city or in a rural area?
I live in Florida, bro. What do you
Okay.
want me to say?
Uh,
Like,
why
where
why are you
exactly I
so
live, the
why
thing
I
is,
can I just ask real quick, like
I'm going to be
you seem
very
very
clear
angry.
with you again.
You seem very
We
angry at me,
can't
and you said
just go
you
off
asked to
of,
start a
we
fresh
can't
conversation with me,
just go off
but you're
of what you see or what you feel in your own small town,
okay,
in
and that's
your
fair enough.
state, in your local municipality, in your store. We
And
have to go
that's
off
fair
of the
enough.
nation's data as a whole, because how I feel
I
or how you feel or what you're experiencing is not something that can actually be tested. We have to go based off of the nationwide averages. So where I live, the town that I stay in, what size it's in, the size of the grocery stores that I go to means jack all. Absolutely
okay.
nothing. And
I
I'm
just
so
I
glad that
only
you get
asked that
so
because
offended by
you
a woman that talks to you in a stern
no, I
manner
don't
that
mind
you
that you're a
think that
woman.
I'm
That has
just you
whoa, you're
think that I'm
putting
just
words in my mouth
angry.
now.
No, sir, you called me angry when this isn't anger.
Because you seem like
This
well,
isn't
listen to how you're
anger.
talking to me.
This again isn't
Listen to how you're
anger.
talking to me.
And I've talked
You
to
asked for me
every
to have a
single
fresh
person.
conversation with you,
I've talked to every
and
single
you're talking to
person
me
in the
like I'm
same
every other
tone of
Trump
voice.
supporter that has come up before
Yeah,
you,
I talk
right?
to
Like,
every single person. Everybody gets the exact same energy from me unless they come in hot and heavy. And then I'm
so,
going to give them the
which I
same
did not,
sarcastic energy that they
wh-
give me, right?
which I
But
did
I'm
not,
just going to
which
be
I did not, and
clear,
am not
like,
now.
this is me being assertive. If you can't handle an assertive tone, this isn't for you.
No, that's fine, but like that goes both
Okay.
ways, right? Like you got upset with me without
It's not
having like
called
you were
being
like we
upset.
need to have a
It's not
you
called being
said that we
upset.
ma'am can I
It's
please
called, and what did I
like
say? Like, I get tired of saying this. Do I have to say this on every single live, every
why
single
are
time?
you
That
having people
apparently I needed
call
to just
to have a
go through all of
conversation
these
if
things
you're only going
again,
to talk over
all of these
people?
things again with you. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's called exasperation. Do you know the difference?
why are you having people call in if you're just going to talk over people and not have a conversation?
Oh, I'm sorry. I typically manage to have pretty decent conversations. It just
Okay,
seems
this
like
does not feel like
you
a
you
conversation.
were so angry and upset with me that I was
This
trying
does
to
not feel like
explain
a
to you
conversation is what I'm
that you
saying.
have to go off of national
My
averages because
anecdotal,
your town, your city,
right,
your
and
state
I
is not
agreed with you
representative of
immediately.
it, and you spoke over me the entire time, or at least you attempted to. But sir, I don't think you realize this, but this is
I
my
tried
channel.
to
This is
agree with
my
you.
live. No one forced you or
Okay,
made you call
you're right.
into it at any
No, no
point
one
in
did.
time.
Right.
You can
What
also
I'm
hang
saying is
up at any point in time
you
if you
can,
think
and
I
that's
am so
fine. And
rude, so
I don't think
argumentative,
you
so
should.
upsetty spaghetti, whatever you
I'm
want
just
to say,
calling a
dude.
spade a,
Like,
just
it
like you
really
called me
doesn't
out on
matter
how
to
I
me.
was being
I
rude.
promise you, I will get another caller. I've already had
I know you
1,800
will.
missed calls today. You are one of
Yes.
1,800 people that want to speak to me
Mm-hmm.
today. I do not
Yes.
require you to be here. Okay? There are more
I agree
people
with
that I
you.
could speak to aside from you. I don't need
Yes.
you trying to tone police me because you don't like it when someone is asserting what is actually their show over you. Okay? I don't
Are we
understand
gonna?
why you literally got upset with me. Okay? You
Can
are the
can we?
one who
co-
got
Can
upset
we
with
have a
me
conversation
about
or
the fact
no?
that I was correcting you, that we can't just take your one
Okay.
city, your one town's data, and we have to
And I
go off
agreed
of
with you.
the nation as a whole. You're the
And
one
I
who got
agree with
upset
you
with me
completely.
because you were talking over me the entire time. I only cut you
I
off
agree
from
with
doing an
you with the.
anecdotal story because your anecdotal stories are not provable. Okay?
Can I go now or no?
I don't know, can you?
I was trying to agree with you that absolutely you're
Thank you,
correct.
Dakota.
That anecdotal things are not a very good temperature on how things are in our country, right? And you very rightfully reminded me of that. So I apologize for giving that as an example, you know? However, afterwards, and I don't want to get into it, but you asked me to have a fresh conversation as if we never met each other. However, I did give an anecdotal, right? Which I was wrong for doing, and I apologize. But then afterwards, you kind of came at me as if like I was the person that you've been talking to or the multiple people you've been talking to for the last few hours. So I would just like to possibly, if we can, have a 90-second conversation. I don't want to hold up your stream on actual like facts and a back and forth, if that's okay with you. And you being a woman, I think is great. I don't, please don't put me on that like I have a problem with you being a woman. Like that was kind of rude. Like I have no problem with you being a woman at all.
Yeah, except I'm sure you wouldn't have accused that or said that to a man because that's usually how it goes. So,
Well, but you said that,
yeah, you
and I
don't
wanted to
understand that
just
it's a
make.
form of a microaggression, except it's not against a black individual
Okay.
because I
Well,
am white. So,
I apologize if I did do that. It
you
doesn't
see how
matter
you've
what
already
color.
invalidated your own apology?
How did I do that? Can you tell me so I can learn?
If I did do that, means that you've already invalidated it yourself.
No. So what
It
I
means
meant by
that you
saying if I
denied
did
that
do
you've
that,
even done
no,
it.
that was
I hope that helps. It's literally so, just to be clear, if you say, I'm sorry if you felt that way, or if you think something XYZ, that is invalidating your own apology. It meant that you actually don't mean the apology. He did not have a purpose, Stephen. That is true. Also, thank you, Dakota, for your sub renewing. Yes, Jeff, I think he was very used to just talking over everybody. And that's cool. I don't have to allow that on my channel. That is not a requirement to be here. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, you ready to have this conversation?
Who are you?
Someone who you tried to silence last time.
Oh. Well, okay, bye. Just hang up on you again. Thank you, Feisty, so much for sending out memberships. Guys, if you receive a membership from Feisty or if you received one from Jocular earlier in the stream, be sure to thank both of them. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi.
Kiddo, please go outside and play a game. But when it's light outside, I know it's dark. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 18. I graduated last year. I'm homeschooled.
Oh, okay. I was never homeschooled, so I can't relate to that experience. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what has Donald Trump done in his 9 months in office that has earned your continued support?
He has made the streets safer.
Made the streets safer?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I Google that real quick, has Donald Trump made streets safer? It will say yes.
Well, I don't know about that, but he's released ICE agents and he has partnered with many cities' police stations in order to ensure that they get the illegals off the streets who are selling illegal substances and who have been known to commit crimes.
I'm sorry, the majority of people that are arrested for selling substances, illegal substances, are American citizens. And also the majority of individuals that are stopped by Customs and Border Protection at the southern border and even at the northern border and caught for handling substances is American citizens. 83%, in fact, according to CBP's data.
Okay, well, a lot of
And also, on
illegal immigrants
average,
have
according to the Department of Justice, I wasn't actually trying to cut you off there. I do apologize. But on average, according to the Department of Justice, illegal or undocumented immigrants are 30% more unlikely to commit crimes. Well, sorry, we'll just erase that word. Men are 60% more likely than an undocumented or illegal alien to commit a crime in the United States of America.
Well, that is completely false because everyone who has
It's
crossed
not,
through
it's
the border
according to the Department
illegally,
of Justice statistics and data.
everyone who has crossed through that border illegally is a criminal and has already
Oh,
committed a crime.
okay, cool. Criminal is a legal term and a legal definition. Do you know what it takes to be considered a criminal in the United States of America's criminal justice system?
You have to commit a crime.
No,
You have to break a law.
no.
Define it for me, please, then.
Sure. You have to be convicted in a court or plead guilty in a court in order to be considered a criminal in the United States of America. Because it is
Okay,
a
well, then
legal
they are not
term.
criminals,
They are not
but
criminals.
they.
Yes, that was also decided. Just being considered deportable is not a criminal offense. That was decided in Arizona v. United States, SCOTUS Supreme Court ruling 2012.
Okay, well, if they have broken a law, even if they're not a criminal, they have broken a law,
No, they
and
have to be convicted of it either way. And I don't know if you realize this, but Donald Trump is claiming that he has deported 500,000 immigrants, right? And out of that 500,000 year to date, we've only had, I believe it was last time I looked, which was about 2 weeks ago, only 85,000 of those individuals were actually even charged with violating 8 U.S. Code 1325 or 1326. And out of those, we see a very small percentage in actual convictions come out of it because it's not actually anything that they can prove. I hope that helps.
it does actually. And can
Yeah,
I bring up
most
a
of
new
them don't
topic?
even get charged with it. Do you know why they don't charge individuals with that?
No, ma'am.
Because then they have to guarantee them the right to due process in a criminal court of law, and the Trump administration doesn't want that. Because as of right now, deportation is a civil process. And all that would require at that point for a civil process is a writ of habeas corpus where they can basically combat them being deported.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'd expect that if it were to be done by due process, it would take way longer to get all of the immigrants who have come here illegally over the
Oh,
Biden
sorry. They're still
administration
entitled
all
to
out.
their right to file a writ of habeas corpus or their right to due process. That's guaranteed regardless, because they still have to do that. But and Donald Trump was actually admonished by the United States Supreme Court in a 9-0 ruling in Christie Nome versus Kilmer Abrego Garcia for them basically saying that they don't have to give a right to due process to people that they're trying to deport when they absolutely do. They have to give them. It was decided in that case in AARP versus United States that they actually do have to give them sufficient time to file a writ of habeas corpus.
Okay. Well, then I will think on that and
Yeah, I encourage you to look up some of these court
Definitely.
cases.
okay. Can I bring up a new topic?
Yeah, let
actually,
me
I
let me
think I
just read something out real quick because somebody sent this, and I want to go ahead and make sure Jeff gets acknowledges. Thank you, Jeff, so much for the $99.99 donation. Jeff said the butthurt chat was calling me a simp, so I figured this would add additional butthurt. Yeah, they do like to get upset. Also, the wife wanted to say she loves the sweater. I've had this for a while. I love it too. Stripes are supposed to not like your stripes aren't supposed to look good on people. I don't know, but I'm glad that they look good. And also huge W's to Just Watching for gifting out 10 memberships over on the tubes. If you received a membership, be sure to thank Just Watching, Feisty, and Jocular over in the chats, guys. What is your next point, sir?
I do not. How do I put this?
Craig,
I don't-
unfortunately, it's just
it-
random.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, somebody asked how they get gifted a membership, and I was just letting them know that unfortunately the tubes just does it randomly to people.
Well, I believe that this is a separate topic, but that all of the elections should be done differently.
Oh, well, that's not something that can be changed on the federal level. It's a state by state basis.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you for telling me some information. I do have to go. There is somebody calling me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for not interrupting me, and have a nice day.
You too, bye. What are your thoughts about Amy? I'm sorry that apparently it didn't show up. Amy sent us a chat as well. What are your thoughts on them defunding SAMHSA? I'm an addiction counselor and taking funds from SAMHSA is so bad for this country right now. I am going to look that up real quick. Let me see. I'm not familiar enough with that acronym, and I have no problem admitting that. So let's see. Substance abuse and mental health services. Oh. The proposed budget cuts, which would include cuts for 2026. These proposed cuts have led to layoffs. Oh, we already knew about them defunding the suicide hotline, the 988 number. Let's see. Include $1 billion with the draft budget document proposing the elimination of $56 million first responder training program for Narcan. Oh. Just Watching gifted another 10. Thank you so much. As somebody that advocates heavily, Amy, for rehabilitation and knowing that people can be rehabilitated and advocating for mental health and mental health awareness, I don't think that that's a good thing, and that doesn't help reduce harm in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to look more into that and take get some more knowledge on that, because again, I don't have enough knowledge about the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration that was a part of the government. So I am going to look that up as well. And J-Dog, thank you for taking time to go ahead and become a member on your own as well. I appreciate you guys. Of course, K-Spree, that's what I'm here to try to do, is just to be honest. So, damn, thank you for being so fucking honest. You're welcome. I'm going to go ahead and look that up. So I do appreciate that. Oh, I'm sure you have, Anthony. Narcan is freaking needed in everything. Oh my god, that's insane. Okay, let's see if we can get another caller or two in on the line. We only got about 30 minutes left. And everybody, please stay around too, because I do have, I know. Sorry, Parkers. I do have pretty huge news to announce at the end of the live, so try to stick around, guys. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Fuck you, nigger, fuck you,
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
The one who spams the N-word is Mateo. The one who spams the N-word is Mateo. The one who...
Thank you. I knew who that is. I think he got blocked already. That's weird though. You should tell your friend not to scream the N-word, cause that's really pathetic.
nigger.
Okay. Well, now we know his name, guys. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
21.
21. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? Yes.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I decline. I'm not interested in you.
Oh, I am. Very much so. Bitch. Fuck you.
Okay, it's not an insult.
Oh, you're fucking retarded.
See, you can't say that word. TikTok doesn't like that word. It is a slur. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am. Oh gosh, I just turned 44.
All right, no worries. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I actually don't support Donald Trump.
All right. Well, huge W's to you.
I'm Amy. I'm the one that sent the super chat.
Oh, Amy. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it didn't come through. I don't know why. The tubes does weird things.
I know. But yeah, it's definitely a subject to look into because they're taking a lot of money from addiction and mental health. And all the way real, I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for free Narcan. So
Yeah, it's something that's very important. I remember seeing commercials on Hulu when I was still watching that because yeah, I didn't pay for the no commercial version. And like showing how like you guys they could now purchase Narcan, and let's say those commercials were a little bit shocking for people to see in the way that they do it. But yeah, no, it's definitely important, and I don't see why we wouldn't want our first responders to be able to have Narcan on hand when they report to a reported overdose.
well, not even just first responders, just having it access to the people that they're giving it access to the people that are using. Because most people that overdose don't get medical attention.
That sounds right, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I'm definitely going to look into that. I didn't even realize that that was considered an agency. So I
Oh, yeah.
appreciate new knowledge. Or
SAMHSA,
administration.
they govern, because I work in an addiction treatment facility, they govern all the treatment facilities. They travel around the U.S. going to each treatment facility and making sure that we're following processes like giving away free Narcan and doing counseling a certain number of hours a month and things like that. So yeah, so they govern a lot of the treatment. They govern all of the treatment facilities in this country.
Yeah, it's basic harm reduction, as Riley says in over on TikTok. So yeah, no, I agree with that. But I do appreciate you, Amy. I'm gonna try to get another Trump voter, and I appreciate your support. I don't know why the tubes is being finicky.
It is okay. Thank you for talking to me.
Of course, you have a good one.
You too.
K-Spree, Narcan is so important for grocery stores on hand. Yeah, it really is. Like, I don't see why we wouldn't want to help people, but hey, the world we live in. I know, right, Dakota? It definitely is. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hey, Ari. Yeah, it's Jeff. I just wanted to say,
Hey.
if I may,
Go ahead.
I donate to a lot of Narcan centers and, well, actually, opioid dependency centers. So I donate quite a bit to those causes. And you can always get free Narcan from one of those clinics. And you can also get Suboxone and methadone treatment for free. So anyone who has opiate addiction, I would encourage them to go there. That's all I wanted to say, Ari. I'm sorry. That was it.
All right. Well, no, thank you, Jeff, and thank you again for your donations. I appreciate it so much.
No worries. Have a good day, Ari.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for calling the stream. Okay, Mateo. Get a life, Mateo. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes,
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 33.
33. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes. Out of
Oh.
all the possibilities that we have today, yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry. Do we have other possibilities today as of November 4th, 2025 for who could be president right now?
Well,
Like, can somebody
I
take
mean,
the office of president right this second without something happening to Donald Trump?
JD Vance, of course.
Without something happening to Donald Trump?
Oh, without? No, of course not.
Okay,
But,
so
I
there
mean,
are no
I'm just
other
saying, like,
options.
within,
Got it. Thank
of course.
you.
But,
So it's just an
but what I'm
illogical
saying
statement.
is that, no. What I'm saying is that if there were other options, there could be better candidates. But for,
It's not what
I
you
think what we have today with Trump's presidency, I think it's the best we have in
Yeah,
these
but
4 years. I think,
let's try this a little bit differently. Are you required to support Trump?
no. Why would I
No?
be required to support Trump?
Okay, so then
No.
your
Why would I
argument
be?
falls flat. If you are saying that he's the best out of options or who could be there, that doesn't like again, that's not an answer to the question of do you still support Donald Trump, or even asking why do you still support Donald Trump? It's not an answer to the question, because in no way, shape, or form, as you've already agreed, you're not required to support Donald Trump. So saying that the best out of any option that we could have is an illogical statement, because unless you're somehow forced to support him, that's the only way that statement would make sense. You
I
literally
guess to rephrase your
Mhm.
statement, then I would say maybe 80% of the policies you put forward, I would say I generally support.
Okay,
Is that a
awesome.
fair
What has
statement?
Donald Trump done in his 9 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Yes. He has negotiated trade agreements with China. He has stopped 6 wars, and he's on his way to stopping, getting closer to, I think, the Ukraine-Russia ceasefire than I think Biden ever was. Let's see what else.
We'll
He's
just go with that real
brought
quick.
a lot of social policies that I think are really good for the country. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll just start with some of these real quick. You said 6 wars. Is that the number that Donald Trump claims to end?
So yeah, so let's see. There's India, Pakistan. There is, the Hamas war with Israel. I know there's been some breaking and ceasefires and stuff, but it's for the most part has held up. There has been, let me think. I can't name them off the top of my head, but I think those are the more recent big ones that I think are
How
kind of
many
more
wars has he ended?
prevalent to 6.
Is that what Donald Trump claims to have ended?
That's what his administration claims, yes.
No, they claim 8 in 8 months.
Oh, okay. I have not seen that number, that statistic. Where's that coming from?
Tell me what was well, see, that's what he said. That's what he said when he went around to all of these countries in Asia. That's what he said in front of the United Nations. I actually listened to that speech and I got his list of wars from him directly during that speech, okay? So can you tell me what was going on between Serbia and Kosovo between January of 2025 and July of 2025? What was happening in those months in Serbia and Kosovo?
Serbia, Kosovo during which month?
Uh, between January of 2025 and July of 2025.
There was probably general hostilities. I wasn't closely paying attention to those wars particularly. Were you?
Incorrect. So there wasn't anything happening between Serbia and Kosovo. To be clear, like they've always had skirmishes and they've always had disagreements, but there is no ceasefire, there is no peace deal between Serbia and Kosovo that has been signed, written, drafted, negotiated between in the year of 2025. And their conflict is forever ongoing. It started when Kosovo first declared their sovereignty way back in the early 2000s. I believe it was 2006. I could be off on the year. But that's been, this is a 20-year dispute that has not ended in any way, and is still actively ongoing, and nothing was signed between them in 2025. Yet Donald Trump is claiming that he's ended that war. He literally said that in front of the United Nations. Serbia and Kosovo.
Okay. Well, I guess that's probably one that he doesn't have credit for.
He says that he did it. He said it in his United Nations speech. He said it in his speech in front of the world leaders of the Middle East. He said it there.
I mean, they did.
He said it
they
at
did
that
sign,
summit. He said it in
econo-
front of France.
Okay, so they did sign an economic normalization agreement in 2020.
Yeah, but Donald
So
Trump said, I ended 7 wars in 7 months. But now that's how much I ended before. Now it's October, and now I've ended 8 wars in 8 months. Again, he's talking about his current term in 2025. Yes, I can agree that they signed an economic deal in 2020, but that was 5 years ago. And this is a war that Donald Trump claims to have ended this year.
are you saying he said that in his UN speech?
Yes, he said it in his United Nations speech.
Okay, I'll have to go back and listen to that one. I would probably disagree with him then that it was probably not 8 months. Of course, that's a fallacy.
That was 5 years ago. Nothing has been done since. What happened in Egypt and Ethiopia?
That there's actually been. So I've lived in the Middle East for a couple years. My wife, she's from there.
Congratulations
We
on
knew
your
a lot of
wife.
people.
I don't
Thanks.
care about your personal anecdotal stories. I'm
I'm just
asking
saying.
you
I'm just
what
saying.
has
I
happening and what has
understand.
Trump done specifically to end it.
Look. What I'm saying is, I personally knew people coming from Ethiopia, understood the war and conflict that was there because of refugees that had come to the places where I'd live, and understanding that the conflict itself, Egypt is arming certain rebel groups inside of
Somalia.
Ethiopia, and
No.
Ethiopian
The only
government
thing
is
that
also killing its own citizens. So I do know and understand that the way the Ethiopian government is handled,
and
its
then
own
how did
civil
that
war has
dispute
actually been.
start? What started the dispute between Egypt and Ethiopia?
To be honest, I don't know what started that. That's something that I mean I could look up. Do you know?
Yeah, Ethiopia built a dam on the Nile.
That would make sense. I think water
Yeah, it's
resources
something
are
that
a
had
very
been
precious resource in the Middle
strongly
East.
disputed for a long time prior to them doing it. They did it without the approval of Egypt. And again, the most that Egypt has done is put their military in Somalia, right? And they're not moving on or encroaching on Ethiopia. And Donald Trump claims to have ended this war that has never started between them because they haven't started any active hostilities. They've never made a threat of violence to each other either. And they still have ongoing diplomatic disputes to this day because of the Nile.
There's actually never been an actual war between them.
Exactly. But this is, again, something that Donald Trump claims.
I think he mediated the water supply concern, I think there was things
No,
going
he
on there
didn't.
that
The
I
only
believe.
thing that he did is that once you guys figure it out, let me be a part of a trade negotiation. He
Okay.
didn't end
Well, yeah.
anything there.
So tensions remain, but it's
Yeah.
unresolved. So
Unresolved.
you're
Again,
saying inside of the UN speech, he said this is one of the wars he ended, right? Is what you're saying?
yes, he listed all 7 wars that he claims to have ended.
Okay. I'll have to look at
And he
that
also
particular one. But I
reposted it on True Social from some representative from some state that's a Republican that gave Donald Trump credit for ending 11 wars. And he's like, see, I ended all these wars.
I think the actual wars that he probably played a major part in actually ending would probably be, so for example, he played
You
a big
think or
part
you
in
know?
kissing off. No, I know. The whole world knows ISIS, right? He went hard after ISIS in his first term.
I
So
don't
that
care about
really,
his first term. His claim isn't about his first term. His claim has always been 7 wars in
no,
7 months. 8
I don't care
wars in
about his
8
recent
months.
claim.
I'm
don't care
so
about his
glad
recent
you
claim. I'm
don't
telling you
care
about
about his recent claim. I'm talking about his current presidency. And what has he
his
done in
current
his
presidency.
first 9 months of presidency, right? I
He
don't
brought
give a
so he brought
shit
back the
about his 2017 to 2021 presidency.
look.
Okay.
One of the things he did do was he brought back all of the hostages back, the remaining living hostages from Gaza. Right?
Correct. Yes,
I
that
think that's a
happened.
good
And I
thing.
hope
That
to
was never going
hell,
to happen under
I
Kamala
hope
Harris.
to hell you have no proof of that, just your thoughts, feelings, and vibes, and your thoughts, feelings, and
No,
vibes fly absolutely nowhere.
she had
Your thoughts,
Biden.
feelings, and vibes
Me
go
too.
absolutely nowhere. You have zero proof of that. You just have your
Yes, he was
thoughts,
under Biden
feelings,
for 4
and
years.
vibes. Thoughts, feelings, and vibes. You are literally just sounding like a typical MAGA Trump voter. It's very fucking annoying that you guys are just like, thoughts, feelings, and vibes. This would have happened. Oh my God, you're questioning me about Donald Trump, so I have to pivot away to what about Harris? What about Biden? What about Joe Biden? What about Obama? That's all you guys know how to do. As soon as you get confronted with anything about the politician that you are actively supporting, you have to pivot to another individual to be like, see, I'm right because my thoughts, feelings, and vibes say that
Because
this would have
Biden sucks.
happened under X, Y, and Z, but you have no proof of that, which means, again, you can say think all you want, but those are thoughts, feelings, and vibes. It's nothing that you can know because I
It's
don't
a
know if
fact.
you're aware
They
of this.
didn't do
I
anything
don't
for
know
4
if
years.
you're aware of this. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm sorry. Facts are things that can be proven. Facts are things that can be proven. Things that you can have knowledge of are considered facts. But because we can't prove what would have happened under another leader or another presidency, it's literally your thoughts, feelings, and vibes. And I don't do those here. Anyways. I don't remember how old he was. But all you guys can do is, oh God, no, Donald Trump didn't end these wars. So I'm going to go with, well, if so-and-so had been elected, that wouldn't have worked either. It's so fucking stupid. Okay? It's so fucking stupid. Anyways. I'm waiting for something to start. Okay. TikTok, can you guys go ahead and keep double tapping the hell out of the screen? Thank you, K-Spree. K-Spree says, don't ever stop speaking. I plan on it. I honestly plan on it. Guys, I'm going to be honest over on TikTok. We should have hit 175,000 likes 10 minutes ago. We should already be at like 195,000 likes because we should always be at 200,000 likes. 100,000 likes every hour. We didn't get quite there. I don't see it. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm like doing 6 different things. Oh, there it is. Okay. Really quickly, guys, because I got to get off. I forgot I had a little agency meeting thing. Over on the tubes, guys, if you were on TikTok or you were on Twitch and you are not following me on YouTube, get over there, hit that damn follow button like right fucking now, okay? I need you guys to go and do that. I'm looking at doing a collaboration show next week. I'm not going to tell you guys the exact date yet because I got to make sure I've got the time, okay? But okay. So I need you guys to follow me over on the tubes because that's where the show is going to be. They don't dual stream it over to TikTok. All right. But if you guys are following me over on YouTube, okay. Just want to be very clear, guys. It's going to be on Jimmy Snow. Sorry, I don't know why I said it that way. Jimmy Snow. I don't know why I said it the way I did. I'm so sorry. Jimmy Snow. Go look him up on YouTube. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to me. Find me, guys, there. Look for the official announcements. Look for the official announcement. It's going to come with the exact date and the exact time. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Yes. I think it's Calling In is the one I'm going to be on. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for being here over on YouTube, over on Twitch. Don't forget to hit that follow, hit that subscribe button. Twitch, I'm keeping you up for a moment because I got to send y'all somewhere, so don't go anywhere.